Media has a powerful influence on how people in prison are seen and also on how they see themselves. When the media chooses fear over facts, it creates an environment where integration becomes almost impossible. 5 different organizations from Italy, Ukraine, Croatia, and Lithuania, including us, conducted research on public perceptions of ethical crime journalism in these countries. Our participants included lawyers, journalists, people who have been or are currently incarcerated, and just random people from the public. Over 200 people responded to a survey on the impact of crime reporting, and 20 people were interviewed. And the results were striking. More than 80% of respondents said that crime reporting is driven more by sensationalism than by facts. 75% believe that media coverage of crimes should stick strictly to factual information. And 86% said they rarely see crime stories told from the perspective of the people involved, whether those who were harmed or those who committed the offense. And even more concerning, nearly 95% of respondents believe that crime reporting is biased. People who have committed crimes told us that some of the outlets distorted or exaggerated the facts and their stories to make them more dramatic. They described being portrayed as monsters or animals, as if their humanity no longer mattered. Several incarcerated people even said that media failed to respect the presumption of innocence, labeling them as criminal before any verdict has been reached. And this kind of coverage, it has real-life consequences. First, it directly affects a person's ability to rebuild their life after release, making it harder to find a job, to secure a housing, or to create healthy relationships. All of which, by the way, are crucial to minimize the risk of reoffending. What's more, studies show that this kind of negative media portrayal, it does not encourage people to change their behavior. It does not motivate them. In fact, it can do the opposite, fueling frustration, hopelessness, and resistance to change. And second, there is an even broader impact. Media portrayals of prisons, incarcerated people, and justice system shape public opinion. Sensational and biased reporting feeds harmful stereotypes. And then those stereotypes, they actually go on to influence courtrooms, legislation, and policymaking. And this is backed by research. And why does all of this matter? Because when people who are trying to change for the better are shut out of the rest of society, it's the entire society paying the price through repeated crimes, higher incarceration costs, and fractured communities. So ethical media coverage isn't just about kindness, it's about public safety, and it's about a kind of society we want to live in.